Thanks a lot for coming the law Pioneers of Fear event today. So we had four very nice workshops. Or one to I'm very excited for today's session. Today is about dissemination beyond academia, about activism, and it's about social impact. So we have two very important teachers. I don't know. You're not. We could speak about what it is about, why this is important. So, as I said, this was a series we got funded from the ESI Help. The idea was to bring together people from different fields, bring together people from academia, but also from industry, mix everything up and get some insights and input. So we are sad that this is not the last one. But if you're excited and want to learn more about health, you also see on the seats that there is a workshop next week on Monday, right? On the 8th. But if you're here, pretty sure this is also going to be info. So probably most of you I know already know this is not only done by me, of course, but by so many different people. They're all here today, so I'm very excited. If you have any feedback or input or suggestions for maybe a future event already, please just hit us up. We'll try to make something out of it. And as I said, we have today two very cool speakers. One of them is Lia. She's also part of the committee here, but also has a lot of input about how to go beyond academia and what it has an influence on the community itself. And Professor Dr. Angelika Strohwein, who is here with us today from England, who has a lot of insights into activism. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a short introduction on why it's even important. Then we're going to do the first keynote idea, and we do a short bio break because we thought the last session input that keynote too much. So we're going to do a very short bio break. And then we have the second keynote, and then we'll take over the workshop. We'll do stuff within the breaks, but also in the upper networking part. We also have a button for the people interested. It's very excited also with results, so that's cool and fun. And maybe ask somebody for an introduction or just breaking it because of our so please be careful. What do you need to know? All those keynotes and also the session is recorded, and we're going to do pictures. I think we'll see pictures during the session. So if you don't want to be on the pictures on the recording, please head along with the organizers so that we can cut you out pictures of you. So now, why do we speak about this English? Why is it important? What does have actually this to be? If we look at research, you're doing a lot of very fun stuff, but it's also very separate often what is happening from the general public. So there is so-called gap between the two, where research is doing stuff there simple at hour, which might not be directly affected by the engagement, what be done with what they really need or the problems that we have. So kind of bridging this gap is a whole new way of research. And now a very important one. There are certain products that try to cover this. The so-called citizen science is one of the examples, but there are a lot more where people from the general public and people from academia try to solve this issue. The cycle experiment was also going to try to make it work. However, it's always not that easy. So thinking about what can go beyond research, how can we give back to the general public? I mean, you're also on by them, but also to be solved real-world issue of just curious. When we look about research and how is it related to activism. Usage has never been clear. How we design technology, how we think about the problem, has always different standpoints. So how we frame the questions we ask has an influence. How we use the methods, and what methods we use, with which communities we work with has an influence, and what kind of outcome is valuable. If you want to get one from that, or if you just want to produce a paper, has an influence on the general public and has and reflects values and standpoints. So therefore, thinking about what values and what standpoint do I really want to promote and is not neutral. So responsible research for us means to reflect what are my ethical considerations, but maybe also what are my political positions. With that short introduction on why dissemination is important, but also why activism might be important for kids, we have today Lila, who will speak in a second about what remains after research, so how to really scratch to produce and how to produce a baby, but also do something that doesn't really impact. And then Angelica will speak about how can we care, how can care systems become more sustainable and really help. And with that, I would want to give the word to Mona, and I would want to give her a huge applause.